You think the Dow is charging ahead by more than 379 points. Look at the NASDAQ, up 70-plus points. I believe it's about 78 points. That's a gain of 3 2/3%. And if you're picking apart the NASDAQ, which is now at 1 billion shares in trading volume, Google, which yesterday hit a 52-week low, is now charging up about 6.25% or $25. Guess, David, yesterday was a buying opportunity for Google.
It was indeed. Had we known yesterday, of course, the Russell 2000, if you could trade the whole as a spider, you would be doing very well. It's up 4.25% right now. Look at the Russell 2000. I think you're about to see a change. Give that another click. Give that one more click unless my Thompson is down. Well, at any rate, it is the largest of all of the indices percentage-wise, charging to the upstream. And, of course, that represents a lot of the main street stocks, the smaller and mid-sized cap companies. So the market's doing pretty well. The question is, how long will it last? Will this just be one-day rally in a week? Victoria, you were beginning to speak on the positive side about moves that are being made out in Silicon Valley to actually grow business. There's still a lot of cash on the sidelines, right?
Yeah, there is, and it's funny you mentioned Google because that was one of my stock picks on last week's Forbes on Fox.
It was indeed.
So
Congratulations.
I was right once. Google, Amazon are two companies that I think are very interesting right now because they're taking advantage of the cheap revolution. They're offering services at a very low cost, and lots of the startups I talk to are using Amazon's online storage system and using Google for enterprise software, Word and Excel, stuff that they otherwise have to buy from Microsoft and spend a lot. So I think those are two very promising companies that are following promising trends in technology.
That's the thing, I think, Peter. As an investor, you look at things and you follow those promising trends, what looks like a very solid and well-run company that has a great product, right?
But the problem is when there's a promising trend...
I knew we couldn't just say yes.
You're not going to be the only one that sees it. I mean, if everybody sees the promise, it's priced into the stock. Now, if you can find something promising that nobody knows about before anybody knows about, that's the right thing. But to jump on a bandwagon is not going to make you any money.
Peter, come on. Look, I agree with you with a lot of things, but the biggest winners of the last 20 years are IPOs that came public with great products, great innovations, great managements, and soared up 10, 15, 20
Google's
fold.
not an IPO anymore.
Don't sit there and jump down on it. Google was up 10-fold before it topped, and when you go back into the 90s, some stocks went up 50 and 100-fold. It's crazy to put them down.
Remember when everybody was talking Yahoo and there was no Google and Yahoo was everything? Who knew that Google was going to come along? How do you know what company is going to dominate search in 10 years? You don't know if there's another Google waiting to come in the wings?
But hold on a second. Hold on a second.
There's always somebody else that comes around to be the next great company.
Exactly. Not only that, Terry, but this is not a market of monopolies. I mean, this is a market in which sometimes you can have more than one or two or three or 100 of one particular product. It's a matter of choice. We have a free market economy.
Yeah, that is true. Unfortunately, it's also not a market of IPOs at the moment. And, you know, Gary is right. If you can get those IPOs early and pick them well, that's how real fortunes are made. Right now, though, we're in a bear market. There aren't many IPOs. I guess we're going to get the Visa IPO next week if they can get that off.
That Blackstone IPO? That thing is less than half of what it was. Look how hyped up that was.
You can always point to disasters, though.
I do.
You can also point to successes out there. The market is not a rigged game. It is a game that we can all participate in.
But I'm saying that in general, the market is overvalued and the economy is a disaster. We're going into a recession. Earnings are going to come under pressure.
Gary, go ahead.
Look, there has been so many fabulous companies with great innovations, drug companies with new great miracles coming out, and there's going to be plenty going forward. Nothing has changed about the great innovation of this country, and if you sit here and continue to talk negative every minute of every day, you're going to miss out on it, Peter.
Well, I think so. In Peter's defense, Gary, I think that you and I, Gary, you and I look at things and say, great, these are companies that maybe one day are really going to do well. Peter, it seems like you're looking for that instant, gain that you really want to see every single day. That people who are different from you, they're okay with investing in a company that's not skyrocketing.
I'm not. I'm the opposite of that. I tell my clients to buy and hold dividends. I don't look for quick gains. But what I'm talking about is a big macroeconomic issue. We're coming off the biggest bubble economy in our history. We had a phony prosperity. We didn't save enough. We borrowed trillions of dollars from the world to consume. That bubble has burst. We're going to have a significant retrenchment. We're going to go through a gut-wrenching recession. It's going to go for years, and it's going to knock down the stock
know it,
market.
Terry, from the way Peter's talking, but let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We haven't seen it go over 400 in quite a while. It has just done that with the remaining seconds. It is over 400 points right now, and this is not a day you can sneeze at.
Biggest gain in more than a year, and if you were short this market, you're not very happy.
I'll say.
Not very happy today. But back to Gary's point, the biggest gains, daily gains, occur during bear markets. It happened in the 70s. It happened in early 2000s.
This is a selling opportunity.
I'm still trying to find out what a blind dog in a meat house is, by the way.
It's a dog, Gary, that runs into the meat house and starts eating everything, even the dreck.
Okie dokie.
Got it.
Right. As we hear the closing bell on a remarkably positive day, the Dow Jones Industrial Average over 400 points. It is yet to settle, but it looks like it might be settling above 400 for the first time in a long time. The trading days come to a close.